You're putting punctuality all the way down there at breakfast and bed up high. Oh, man.
He has kids of an appropriate age to start bringing him eggs that have been way overcooked.
And everything covered in the orange juice that is spilled on everything.
He doesn't eat breakfast.
This is it.
He doesn't eat breakfast.
Good morning. Welcome to Board Game Barrister, our local game shop in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm Andy, and I'm here with Ian, Glenn, and Gordon, and today we're talking priorities from Clarendon Games, a how well do you know your friends games where you're trying to rank 5 of their priorities in order from love to loathe. Let's get into it. Welcome to Priorities, a game about ranking our fellow players' priorities in life. When the game starts, all we need is our deck of priority cards and then the whiteboard and dry erase marker that come in the game. We're going to choose a player to be our first target player, and then we're going to draw 5 cards off the top of the deck, and these will be different things and concepts that people might value differently in their lives. Some of them are obviously negative and probably going to be on the lower end of the spectrum, like constipation, but I don't know, there might be people at the table who hate millennials far more than they hate constipation, and we're going to try to know that about whoever our target player is. So before we do anything else with these cards, our target player is going to take the whiteboard and they are going to secretly rank these priorities from love to loathe. Each of the cards has a little number on it so that if you want to, you can just write the numbers rather than having to write the entire phrase. Once they're all set, they'll put that whiteboard secretly face down on the table, and then everybody else who's playing is going to discuss and try to rearrange these cards from the one that they think the target player loves the most all the way down to the one they think they loathe the most. So if this is their final answer, they're going to let the target player know they're all set, and then we're going to check out how they did and compare it to that whiteboard. Now, if I'm the target player, everybody knows I have a hipster beard, so hipster beards makes it pretty high on my list of priorities. 12 is in rank 1 here, and it is also the first card that the rest of the table has chosen, so we're going to score that card as a group. Lego and Millennials were close, but they weren't quite in the right positions. So these will not get scored, they will instead be scored by the game. So now that we know which ones we scored correctly as a team and which one the game scored against us, we're going to flip over those cards, and as you can see there's a letter on the back of every card in the game. We are going to begin to try to spell out the word priorities with those letters. And the game is going to use the letters that it earned and try to do the same. Then it's the next player's turn to be the target player. We'll deal out 5 more priority cards and hopefully earn some more to add to our scoring tableau here, and we all win or lose together.
So we played with 4 players, and because the game has this interesting end mechanism where you are winning cards, but like we won 4 E's and a whole bunch of P's, but we were struggling to get that O. We ended up going 2 times around the table, and that felt great. Mm-hmm. So I'd say that we were probably playing for about 15 minutes, and that seemed perfect for a party game at 4 players.
Yeah, I really liked this for a end game win condition, the spelling out the word with the maybe you're finding the right letters, maybe you're not, and even when you find them, maybe you're scoring them and maybe they're going to the game and you're heartbreakingly having to look at the O you were waiting for sitting in the games pile.
Gordon.
No. Ruined it at the end. We were good.
Gordon, realizing they're between Ireland and Scotland, just won us the game.
What?
That was number 3.
I mean, I really like that the cards are offensive on purpose. Like, it's just, I mean, that's great. Like, they're on purpose trying to pick topics that are touchy, and then forcing you to put them in a like or loathe situation, which I think is just hilarious. Like, we're flipping over cards from the deck and I'm already laughing at everything that's being read. Like, how do I say I love any of these things?
But this is all, this is all trash. Friends might actually be the second place, which is horrible.
So it's just
I think Ian might actively dislike Friends and it might still be in second place. But I don't know. Yeah, I like that it isn't a game where you have to agree on anything at any given point in time. You have to agree on what you think somebody else feels about something. So just because you don't feel the same way somebody else does, I like Friends. But I know Ian doesn't. And that's a pretty tame one. But I like that it's about identifying the things that you know about each other from conversations you've had in the past and applying those and being like, no, we gotta switch these two because there's this one time that we had that one chat. So it's really great.
Even in a homogeneous group, it all depends on who gets the cards too. Mm-hmm. Because like Ian hates yoga. I do yoga. So, I mean, it'd be completely different ends of the spectrum for us. It wouldn't be my favorite, depending on what else I got, but it's not going to be at the back end like it was for Ian.
In the land of party games, the how well do you know one another is a very, very common goal of a party game. Sometimes that goal is as an icebreaker for how do you get to learn something about new people, and this one is much more in the for a group who already knows each other, and you're going to see, well, how do you rank these really tough choices, either because they're more bad or more offensive or more good. So that's where this one shines. If you are playing with either a mixed group of people who don't know each other or as an icebreaker, be prepared to have it act as a conversation starter and less as a game, because you're just going to be kind of flailing around and not getting these right, and then use that as a vehicle to have a conversation as opposed to let's try and win the game. If you know each other, yeah, play it to win the game. You're going to have a great time with it.
All right, that does it for priorities. Thank you so much for watching. We had an amazing time with this one. We hope you had a fun time watching. As always, hit that like button, leave a comment if you got a comment, subscribe to see our videos when we post them every week, and check out our online store. We got all sorts of fun stuff like priorities in there. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.